Chapter 11. Brown back in it. The next day, George and Harold each brought their own sandwiches to Mr. Crump's office for lunch. "I'll trade you half of my peanut butter and gummy worm sandwich," said George, "for half of your tuna salad, chocolate chips, and miniature marshmallow sandwich." "Sure. You want some barbecue sauce on that?" "You kids are disgusting!" Mr. Crump shouted. Soon, George and Harold were munching on potatoes with whipped cream and chocolate sprinkles. Mr. Crump was turning green. "What's for dessert?" asked Harold. "Hard-boiled eggs dipped in hot fudge and Skittles," said George. "Ugh!" screamed Mr. Crump. "I can't stand it anymore." He got up and scrambled out the door for some fresh air. "You know," said George, "now that Mr. Crump was gone, we could run to the cafeteria and change the letters on the lunch sign. "Cool," said Harold. Potato chips. Today's lunch: freeze-dried worm guts, Boston baked boogers, zombie nerd milkshakes. Soon George and Harold sneaked into the cafeteria, but when they read the lunch sign, they were a bit confused. "What's going on here?" said George. "It looks like somebody's already changed the sign," said No. "It looks like somebody's already changed the sign," said Harold. "Forget the sign," said George. "Look at everybody. They've changed." It was true. All the kids and teachers in school were entering the cafeteria looking as normal as ever. But when they're leaving the cafeteria, looking quite different. "Look!" cried George. "They're all wearing broken eyeglasses and held together with masking tape. And they have all vinyl pocketbook protectors. They've all turned into nerds!" Harold gasped. Enter cafeteria. Exit. "And look at their skin," said George. "They're all gray and clammy. That could only mean one thing." They're zombie nerds?" asked Harold. "I'm afraid so," said George. "Let's just hope they were friendly," said Harold. "Whoever heard of friendly zombie nerd? A friendly zombie nerd?" asked George. "I'm afraid," Harold whined. "There's no time to be afraid," said George. "We've got to get to the bottom of this." "That's what I'm afraid of," said Harold.